Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we're back for a Christmas edition with Millie Mills. And if you don't know who Millie is, she's an imacademy rep slash multi-level marketing coach slash spiritual mindset coach, I guess. Millie's dabbling into mindset and spiritual coaching a lot more than the MLM coaching itself. It's a shit show, guys. Every time we covered Millie in the past, it never went well. She gets really unhinged and she starts yelling and shouting, and usually there's like giant trigger warnings on videos where Millie's featured. So if there's any of them, I'm gonna add them at the beginning of this video, and please be mindful if any of the things on the list might be triggering to you. Make sure to tap out of this video. I didn't watch this. I know this was last year. This was called 25 Days of Giving, and this was an imacademy virtual event or whatever. So obviously 25 days before the Christmas, they had meetings and motivational trainings and things like that. So I thought it would be appropriate to cover what happened last year before Christmas, this year before Christmas. Buckle up. I think it's about 50 minutes long, so it might be another long video. Before we get into it, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you would like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate your support, and let's just start the training.
Are tuning in, so feel free, go ahead, type it in that chat box. We have HTX, we have Florida, we have New York City, Cyprus, Netherlands, Puerto Rico, Croatia, Germany, Dallas, India, Las Vegas, Baltimore.
Croatia. Apparently, yeah, I found out that imacademy is kind of big in Croatia. I did not know that, but like if you search imacademy on YouTube, one of the first most common searches that comes up is imacademy Zagreb, which I was mortified to see because Croatians are poor. Our salaries are very low. We only switched to euro this year as well, so you can imagine what kind of impact that has on everyone and their income and their bills and everything. So the fact that imacademy is big in Croatia now this year is very fucking concerning. So I might need to dwell into that a little bit more. I've actually not seen a single anti-MLM channel that's in Croatian. I would love to be able to do that. I work 4 jobs. I have no time to have another YouTube channel of my own. So maybe one day when I move to fully editing videos for a living, that would be nice, because I know Herbalife is big, Zinzino is big, and now imacademy is pretty big in Croatia. And yeah, that's not great for Croatians. I'm not happy to hear that.
Maryland, California, Clearwater, more Germany, more Texas, Greece, Qatar, Italy, Rome, Seattle. I love it. I love it. I love it. Portugal is here with us. Serbia.
Come on, Serbia's even worse. They're not even part of the European Union. Life is not that great in Serbia either. I hate this. I fucking hate this. All I need to hear now is the Bosnians are here as well.
Ireland, Boston, Japan. Let's go. Turkey, Dallas, Nigeria. I love to see the different people from the different nations around the world all coming together. I truly believe that's what makes this company and this community so unique, that we just really unite people with a common cause from around the world, people that want to be able to progress, people that want to be able to elevate, people that want to be able to do better. And we're so excited to continue to serve and give back this holiday season, okay? So let's get this thing officially started. So let's take a look at the screen here. For those of you that are here for the very, very first time, we want to welcome you officially to the 25 Days of Giving. So what exactly is the 25 Days of Giving? Well, this is going to be a live call series, which is hosted by IM educators on behalf of our company here at IM Mastery Academy. And we're going to be teaching various strategies and various skill sets from multiple academies that we offer here to all of our member base. And the entire purpose of offering this education is to help the individual, to help you close out your 2022 strong and get ready to go into 2023 with a brand new outlook, with a new skill set, with new goals, new dreams, new visions, because we truly believe that with all of the education we proprietor rate over here, it helps put people in a better position. That way they can use the skills, use this education and put it into practical real world situations, right? Which is basically just furthering us along.
This is funny and a little bit ironical because if you have ever watched a training from Millie before, like I said, I covered like 4 of her trainings so far. DC covered one in the past as well, and none of the trainings that we've seen from Millie so far, there's nothing in the training that would be helpful to anyone, in my opinion, not in their MLM business, not in their real life either. A lot of it is like a word salad, a lot of like words thrown in like spiritual, unseen, seen, physical, blah blah, but it doesn't really make any sense to me. And all the comments that I've gotten in my videos about Millie, none of you viewers seem to know what the fuck she's talking about either, so it's kind of ironical. She might shout as well, so heads up for that if you don't like being yelled at
on this food chain here. Okay, so how often will these calls be? So these calls are typically going to be from Sunday to Thursday, every single week until December 22nd. So today is the official start of week 2 for the 25 days of giving. So we will be here today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, teaching on various topics with various educators here in I Am Mastery Academy, right? So where will these calls be hosted? Well, they're going to be hosted right here on Zoom if you guys are here on Zoom, or maybe you're here on us from the live stream. So if you're here with us on YouTube, we want to say hello to all of our YouTube family, and we're very excited to be able to be here with you as well. So how you can simply access this, just simply come to imacademyofficial.com. And as you guys know, the password for our Zoom link is I am. So simply go ahead, share out this Zoom link, family, friends, anybody that you know, share this out, give them the password to be able to access this Zoom link. And then if you are on YouTube with us, simply go to the I Am Mastery Academy YouTube channel. So let's take a look at some of our corporate channels and things that we have over here. So as we can see right over here, this is our official YouTube page. You guys are more than welcome to come here to our YouTube. And as you can see, we are streaming live right now. So you guys can get this link. I'm going to share this link in just a moment inside that chat box. Share this link, put it on your social medias, put it on your Facebook pages, put it on your Instagram pages. Help us continue to help the masses by just expanding our education and reaching as many people as possible. If you ever come here through our YouTube, you will find lots of videos, lots of updates, and lots of mentorship and education that we offer. So feel free to come here, subscribe, hit that notification bell every time there's something new going on. And if you are on Instagram, then feel free to also follow us right here at immastery.academy. Come follow our official Instagram page right over here, where we have lots of marketing, plenty of stories, and we always have wonderful things going on. So this is a really great way to stay in touch with what we got going on over here. And last but not least, for those of you that are on Telegram, family, feel free to get connected with us in our I Am Academy News Telegram, where you will be stayed up to date with some of our mindset mastery sessions, some of our market mastery sessions, our 25 days of giving, and everything that we have going on right here through our official communication channel. Okay, so we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. So as we get ready to get this party started, okay, yes, I'm going to share everything with you guys in just a minute in that chat box. So as we get ready to get this party started, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, we are going to officially kick off week 2 for the 25 days of giving. And today we're going to have none other than Miss Millie Mills, a true queen bee here in I Am Mastery Academy. And she will be presenting to you guys today the MMX Academy. So let me give you guys a quick background on Miss Millie Mills and also the MMX Academy. Millie Mills is a very good friend of mine that I had the opportunity to know for almost 10 years. I have seen this lady rise up and grow as an entrepreneur in a family dynamic. And for ladies, we know that that's not always easy, because the man and the woman need to be on the same page. I seen her pregnant, literally growing this business, sharing this opportunity, speaking to people, and just continuously striving to be.
If you watched the very last video I did on Millie, she did start this business when she was pregnant, and she played a little motivational type of video for us where she kind of seemed to have had a average life, but she tried to portray it as, oh, look how shit my life used to be. I don't know, it was a weird video. I think she tried to say she lives with her mom, which is like, and that's not the worst thing in the world. At least you have somewhere to live with. If you're going through a tough time, you have family to go back to. At least that's what I always see my home back in Croatia. And this is another one of the reasons why I mentioned I want to be able to give my parents a better home back in Croatia. But I kind of see that as a little hub for all of us, where if shit goes down or if I ever want to like go back, I have a place to go back to. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to live with your parents when you're an adult. Like, but the way she portrayed all of that was as if, look how hard my life was. I lived with my mom and I was pregnant. Not to minimize her thing, but you know how they always try to portray that they're coming from a really bad background, and then look at me now, I'm so successful and living the life. I'm just trying to say her background doesn't look as bad as she tries to make it look like or sound like, if that makes sense.
In a better situation for herself, her family, and her children. She was able to actually educate and trade and became an educator here in I Am Mastery Academy. For the last 2 years, Millie Mills has been one of the #1 most viewed educators, with roughly almost 300,000 weekly views, getting well over 20,000 members from different nations around the world on her live sessions every single day. Since then, Millie has then joined our MMX Academy. She's known as our spiritual mother right now. She loves to talk about the spiritual side of success. And our MMX Academy is a unique academy where it's very different from many different academies that we have, as the MMX Academy is not a skill set academy. MMX is a mindset academy. We do understand that the world and people are in a very serious situation when it comes to their mindset. And most people, they need to understand that wealth does not flow through the pockets. Wealth first flows through the mind, and then it trickles down to the pocket. So all the entrepreneurs that we work here, we like to work with their mindset, mold them, shape them to be business owners and to be on.
This reminds me of Dre. Isn't she the one that always said, if you think money, you're gonna have money? Like, all you have to do is manifest money and then you're gonna get rich. Like, it all starts in your head, which is like the silliest thing I have ever heard in what's supposed to be a professional training or meeting or whatever.
Entrepreneurs. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get ready to pass the floor to Miss MMX educator, Millie Mills. Feel free to go ahead and drop a 777 in that chat box for Millie Mills. And Millie, you could take it over. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it right back to Manny Quinones. Blast this chat with some heart emojis, as we understand that love is actually one of the highest zone and frequency that anyone can actually tap into. So I am super happy and grateful to be here on this beautiful Sunday. I mean, I want to thank everyone for actually taking the time and really hopping on this amazing call. I mean, you could have been doing anything else on this beautiful Sunday, and you decided to pour into yourself. So today I'm actually honored to be on here as an MMX educator. And over the weekend, I was actually, planning my PowerPoint, and, I made a decision that absolutely everything that I was going to make or take action on, I was going to be very, very intentional. So this weekend, I was thinking about all of the topics that I actually know. And, God actually gave me the topic of the power of thoughts, right? Type a 777 in that chat box if you have ever felt like you was fighting with your thoughts. Type a 777. If you ever felt like you was fighting with your thoughts, type a 777. Awesome. So before I get started, let me briefly talk a little bit about who I am, right? And who I was before I Am Mastery Academy. So I was actually a student, right, going to school. I used to live with my mom, got pregnant, and a lot of things happened in my life. And I realized that all the success, now connecting the dots backwards, I realized that all of the success that I have right now was all built in my mind through the storms. And most of us, sometimes through the storms, we let the storms defeat us instead of us defeating the storms. And the way we defeat those storms is by conditioning our minds into thinking, feeling, and imagining exactly what we want. You see, if today you are facing a storm, it can be a physical storm, it could be a spiritual storm, it's because the Creator is actually right next to you. If you don't have a storm, and if you're not experiencing absolutely nothing that is challenging you, then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You are not near your end goal. So congratulations. I want to go ahead and congratulate everyone who is right now in this moment in the midst of a storm. Today, we are going to learn how to deal with these spiritual storms. Today, we're going to deal and become aware of how to deal with these physical storms. So today, I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, the power of thoughts. You see, you got to say to yourself, I was this individual and I am this individual. I want you all to put in that chat box who you were. I was this person. They used to see me like this, but today I am confident. Today, I am successful. Today, I am impacting thousands and hundreds and millions of people from all over the world. You see how subconsciously competent I am already programmed? Instead of saying people, I said millions because I am conditioning myself to become that person. So put in that chat box, ladies and gentlemen, I was this person. I am this person. Your I am that you're saying right at this moment is not the I am that you used to say yesterday. Now, your present result is the sum total of your past thoughts. You see, when I
personally think that this is bullshit, because what does that mean? The 99% of people that never make any profit across all multi-level marketing companies out there, including imacademy, they are not successful. They're not making any profit just because in the past they thought that they're not going to be successful, or they had doubts or something like that. And this is a great way to spiritually victim blame everyone who's in a predatory business model, in my opinion. Like, this is just ridiculous to me. Maybe I'm missing something here. Let me know down below if I am.
Understood this part right here, I started taking my life serious. I started thinking more about who I am. I started thinking about the thoughts that were actually running in my mind. I was also observing how I was responding to life and how I was reacting to life. I was observing if I was operating in abundance or if I was operating in lack. You're present right now. Look at your life. Look at your results, physical and spiritual. Every night before you go to sleep, how do you feel? When you wake up in the morning, are you excited? Are you really excited? Because if you're not, everything that you have right now, physically, spiritually, is just a sum total of your past thoughts. So you got to ask yourself,
Millie, you can actually have a bad, shitty day and you can wake up being sad for whatever reason. You can wake up for just not being in a good mood today. That doesn't mean that if you're successful or not successful, that's going to affect anything. We all have good and bad days. This just now sounds like toxic positivity to me. And you can't force your emotions. You are allowed to feel bad. You're allowed to feel sad. You're allowed, for God's sakes, to just wake up and be like, oh my God, I can't wait for tomorrow. This day's gonna suck. And maybe your day's not gonna end up sucking. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh my God, calm down.
What I have been thinking about last year, what I was thinking about last year, what I was saying during Christmas year, during last year, what I was saying during Valentine's month last year, what I was saying during the summer last year. You got to understand that words will never go into void until you begin to operate in abundance. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. His heart is what he speaks about most of the time. His heart is what he's thinking about most of the time. His heart is his intentions. You see, when you make an action, before you make the action, there's a thought. There is an intention. What is the intention behind what you do, what you say, how you operate, and most importantly, who you are becoming? So let's go ahead and actually define the word thought. You see, most of us, we are always repeating words that we hear. In fact, we are having conversations and using words that are not serving what we're supposed to do here on earth. The words that we're supposed to be saying are abundance, not lack. So before we begin to say a word, we got to think about it. Then it turns into an imagination, and then the word, and then the action. So let's go ahead and define the word thought. An idea or an opinion. An idea or an opinion produced by thinking or occurring suddenly in the mind right now. Right now, you're thinking about something. Right now, there's a thought that just popped up in your mind. But watch this. Watch this. We're going to dive deep. Let's actually add some fun facts here. According to Dr. Fred Luskin of Stanford University, a human being has approximately 60,000 thoughts per day. But watch this. And 90% of these are repetitive. 90% of the thoughts that you are thinking, that you are choosing, are repetitive. I wonder what repetitive thoughts you are thinking most of the time that is leading to that person that you are right now, that is leading to the results that you have right now.
I don't think Millie ever heard about intrusive thoughts based on what I'm reading here. This to me seems like she read this fact or whatever, she Googled it, and now she's kind of just like running with it and trying to like make it sound spiritual. It's just baffling to me. Like from what I know, she's got no certification, she's not a professional, she's not a scientist, she knows nothing about this topic, not nearly enough at least to be teaching other people what to think. Like what? To me, like I said earlier, this is just a way to victim blame. Oh, you're not successful? Well, it's because your thoughts are shit. You're too negative. So
that is leading to the connections that you have with people. What is flowing throughout the heart? Decision. We have over 30,000 decisions that we make every single day. You see, when you woke up today, you made the decision to wake up at that time. When you went downstairs to the kitchen, if you have it downstairs, and you made the decision to eat a certain meal, you made the decision to eat that meal at that time. When you made a phone call, you made the decision to make that phone call. When you had a storm, or if you are experiencing a storm, you made the decision to react like that in that storm. Every single day, you make a decision. I made a decision to say yes to Manny Quinones and be on this call today. I made the decision to speak about this topic and to become an MMX educator. I made a decision to serve hundreds and thousands of people from all over the world.
I'm gonna let her finish shouting, but yeah, that's the problem, Millie, that you made a decision that you are gonna teach people how to think and how to behave, but you didn't actually get any certification or education or anything like that. You can't just decide, I'm gonna be a psychologist today and I'm gonna give people life advice. That's not how that works. There's school, universities, courses. There's stuff that you need to know, expertise that you need to have in order to do this. You can't just decide, I'm going to do this, and then go and do it and give unsolicited, unprofessional advice to people.
I made the decision to become and express the best version of who I am and what my spirit wants to accomplish here on earth. You got to make the decision. Before you look at the charts, you make the decision how the charts are going to make you feel. And if you're going to exit that goal life or that session in victory or no victory. Let me see the word victory in that chat box. Let me see the word victory in that chat box. You see, I don't think a lot of you, ladies and gentlemen, understand your creator. I don't think you guys understand who your creator is, and the creator created you so you can create. I don't think you guys are understanding that, but today we are going to understand, because the spirit of confusion comes upon people so they don't understand who they really are. So let's talk about an internal decision. Let's talk about the internal decision. What is an internal decision? You see, in order for you to make an internal decision, there has to be a fire in you. A fire in you that is saying to you internally, is whispering into you, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let me see the word enough is enough. Enough is enough with these type of emotions that are attacking me. Enough is enough with the way I'm looking at my business. Enough is enough on the way that I'm looking at myself. Enough is enough. Every time I start something, I can never finish it because I'm not aware of what it's in me. Enough is enough. There has to be a point in you. Listen, this is not you and your husband. This is not you and your kids. This is not you versus your wife. This is you versus spirit. This is you.
You know, the most mind-boggling thing in all this to me is that she's not the only person that yells and shouts at her downline, but the audacity that they have. Like, this is just a random lady on the internet, self-proclaimed manifestation queen or whatever the fuck, which again, how professional. She has the audacity to yell and shout at these people that are watching this call on their free day off, Sunday off. She said it herself. You could have been doing anything, but you chose to sit on this stupid call, in my opinion, and listen to this lady yell at you as if you're a 6-year-old who just done something wrong. What the hell is even this? Like, how? Imagine if you got on a meeting at an actual corporate job or anywhere in the shop or whatever you do, and your boss starts shouting at you that you're not positive enough. What are we doing here, and how is this supposed to be professional? Let's not forget that these people on this call are business owners. They're their own bosses, but yet they have this lady that's completely unhinged yelling and shouting at them.
Versus spirit. Why do you think most of the people on January 1st, they start the gym, and then the next couple of weeks they give up? Their mind is so conditioned for them not to be healthy that by law, even if they start going to the gym, they have to give up. Today, I want to train you how to condition your mind to become the best version of yourself. Who's ready? Who's ready? Let me see the word ready in that chat box. Let's go. You're one decision away from success. You are one decision away from your success. Decide. Now, there is a process in renewing your mind. There is a process in renewing your mind. You have to commit to change. And most of the people, when they hear the word commit, they get scared. You see, not a lot of people might understand what the word commit means. Commit means you saying something to someone, or you saying something to yourself that you said that you was going to get done, and you finish it. and you finish it. Now, let me ask you a question. I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to go back to your family. Who in your family finished something? Ask yourself that question. What did you hear when you was young? And what did you see them doing? Did they get to finish what they said? In your teams, in your groups, do you see people finishing what they said? You got to commit to what you say. You got to listen to someone who has what you want, because you have to model them. You see, when I understood this part, I started observing myself, because I understood that my leaders were going to model absolutely everything that I do, say, act, and behave. If I respond in a certain way, guess what? They're going to do the same thing by law. You see, you got to stay coachable and teachable. There has to be a moment in life that you understand that there's infinite knowledge. Infinite knowledge means that even though you believe that someone knows more than you, there will always be someone that knows more than that person. Now, you also got to feed your mind. Most of us feed our stomachs. Most of us feed our physical body. But most of us don't feed our minds with the right things. You got to read books about success. You got to read books that make you feel excited. You got to read a book that you just don't want to drop it. You don't want to let it go. You want to listen to an audio that you just cannot stop listening to it because it makes you feel good. The power of words. When you renew your minds, the words that come out of your mouth most of the time will be different. You see, words don't go into void. And you want to make sure that you're visualizing what you want. And this is where the journaling kicks in. Because when you write down on your journal, you are exercising your mind. Because if I tell you right now, sit down and close your eyes and just imagine what it is that you want, how it is that you want to feel, you're not going to 100% imagine and meditate on what you want in that specific moment.
I don't agree with this one personally, because I feel like journaling is not for everyone, same as meditation. It's not for everyone. There are other ways to deal with your thoughts and your issues and insecurities or whatever. I tried journaling when I was in college. I really tried to stick with it and everything, but it just didn't work for me. And I guess Millie here would say, well, that's why you're unsuccessful and that's why you worked 4 jobs, but you're still not rich. But I just don't agree with that. Like I said, just because it may work for her, again, it's not universal. We're not all the same, and not all stuff works for everyone in the same way. So
now you got to stay consistent with your actions. And this is so important. Consistency is the mother of success. A consistent person is the mother of success. Why do you think your mentors, your leaders, your friends, they give you assignments to see if
this is bullshit, in my opinion, again, because it doesn't matter how consistent you are when you're a part of imacademy or any other MLM out there where the business model is set up so that the majority of people are gonna fail. They have to fail, and only those at the top are gonna get all the money. It doesn't matter how consistent you are. It doesn't matter how hard you work. If the odds are against you, you're most likely gonna fail. You have 99% of chances of never making any profit in it. So I'd say consistency does not play a big role in this.
You can break that consistency paradigm. You see, I can tell you that before it was hard for me to wake up early in the morning. And you know what? This year around, I made the decision that I wanted to do mindset calls in the morning because I knew that I needed to break a paradigm in my life, because I knew that I needed to change something in my life, a structure in my life, a daily routine in my life, so my life can change. Now, let's go ahead and talk about self-awareness. Most of us become aware of other people and we don't become aware of who we are. Let me repeat that again. Most of us become so aware of other people and we don't become self-aware of who we really are. You see, you are holding yourself back. Now, how does this work? Everything that you have right now is started with a thought. You begin to meditate. You begin to dwell in that thought every single day. Matter of fact, you couldn't even sleep. Your eyes were closed during the nighttime, but your mind was still working, meditating, and cooking that thought. The question is, what thought are you meditating on? Then that thought begins to create an image in your mind exactly on what you're going to do, step by step. If I do this, this will happen. If I do this, this will happen. If I do this, I'm going to feel like this. If I do this, I'm going to feel like that. You see, that thought that you keep thinking about most of the time marinates and dwells in your mind. It becomes an image. Now, by law, everything spiritually is cooking inside of you because you made the decision to dwell on that thought, and it had to come out of your mouth. So when it came out of your mouth, it now became an action, and now you needed to submit to that word. This is so powerful, guys. This is so powerful. Self-awareness.
When you have to say yourself that your own training is so powerful, like look, guys, this is so powerful, guys. I'm so good at what I do, guys.
Becoming aware of absolutely not every thought, but the thought that you believe that is holding you back. Most of us are submitting to the wrong word. Now, remember, you choose. You choose. When we were young, I don't know if you ladies and gentlemen have ever experienced a moment in your life where you kind of was in la la land, and your mom and your dad would say, "Hey, where are you? Where are you? Hey, hello, we're right. Hello, we're here. We're here." And you're like in la la land. Your mind is just somewhere else. You see, the world has shut that power that we have in us, the power of us really making an internal decision of the things that we want. The world tell us what to do. The world tell us what to say. The world tell us how to behave. The world tell us how we should look. And we forget to make our own decisions. There are 3 sources where thoughts come from. 3 sources. And the first one is the positive thoughts. And there is no room of fear and negativity when you are operating in these thoughts. Now, the second source is the negative thoughts. Now, when you're operating in this field, in this zone, you are experiencing stress, anxiety. You are experiencing lack. For some reason, if you go outside, everything is just going the wrong way. You feel like you're just not lucky. You feel like it's not your day. The last source is your paradigms. The things that you saw before when you was young. The experiences that you faced and that you heard so much that became part of you and you don't even realize. This is your choice. And when you understand that abundance is your birthright, you will renew your mind to the word. Now, it is essential to align your thoughts with God's thoughts. It is essential to align your thoughts with God's thoughts. Type a 777 in that chat box if you have ever felt like you was going to break down mentally. Type a 777. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. But if you have ever felt like you were going to break mentally, it's because your mind is not aligned with the word of abundance. Your mind is not aligned with the creator. So there is a crash. There is a battle. There's a mental battle. You say, I'm used to seeing this. And then the spirit and the word of abundance is telling you, no, this is it, because this is you, this is your birthright. And then you're like, no, but I have seen this. If I do this, this is going to happen. Now you're operating on lack. You're operating on fear. And then the word comes in and the spirit comes in and it makes you sense. No. I created you so you can create, which means you got to have the mind of abundance. You got to operate as abundance. You got to feel as abundance. You got to treat people as abundance, because abundance is who you are.
Okay, I feel like there should have been a little disclaimer here, which obviously she's talking to people who might not have certain mental health issues or certain disorders. For example, anxiety or depression or anything like that. It's not that simple, Millie. There's people who actually really struggle. You can't just align your brain with abundance and all of your mental health difficulties just poof. They're just gone. It's that easy. Who needs medication or therapy, right? You just have to have abundance, guys. There we go.
Faith comes by hearing. Fear comes by hearing. That. Faith comes by hearing. Fear comes by hearing. I'm gonna give you guys a secret. Y'all ready? Let me see that we're ready in that chat box. Let me see that we're ready. Sheesh. Wow. Y'all ready for this one? All right. Let me repeat it again before I say it. Faith comes by hearing. Stay with me. Fear comes by hearing. Do you know that the enemy will use the tactics of faith, because he knows that when you activate your hearing and when he knows that you're not operating in authority because you just don't know that your birthright is abundance, he will make you hear until you faith it, not understanding that you're faithing lack, not abundance. Next level. Fear is the same way.
Did she just say faithing?
You see, positive thoughts can never be in a room of negative thoughts. A positive energy can never combine a space with negative energy. There's two different types of energies, the positive and the negative one. They're both cannot be in the same room. They will crash. And that is exactly what is happening to your mind right now. It's crashing to your own nature, which is abundance, and it's crashing with your mind, which is operating in lack. Recognize. You must learn how to recognize the things that are happening in you, not in your life, in you. In fact, all of the experiences and the storms and the things that you're experiencing physically is just a receipt of what's in you. The relationship that you have right now is just a receipt that is in you, or that was in you. The family that you have right now is just a receipt. The storms that you're going through right now is just a receipt. But when you renew your mind into having, you got to commit and make a decision that this is it. This is it. You got to be tired of the things that are happening in your life that are not making you happy anymore. You got to be tired of maybe holding a rank for a long time. You got to be tired. You got to recognize what's holding you back, because nothing physical is holding you back. If I understand that what's physical is my receipt, then what's holding myself back is myself. So you have a job to do. You got to recognize the thoughts that are dictating your whole entire life. Recognize the thoughts that are dictating your whole life. Right now, in this moment, what's holding you back? Don't look physical, look inward. Become aware of what is playing in your mind, and it won't let you be free. Have you questioned why your breakthrough hasn't happened yet? Have you questioned that? I'm going to tell you, I have questioned that a lot of times. Why my breakthrough hasn't happened? And I've realized that I wanted a breakthrough physically. I wanted to experience and see a physical breakthrough, but my breakthrough spiritually didn't break through. You see, I wanted to see the level up in the physical.
This is a good quote. My breakthrough didn't physically break through. Millie Mills, 2023.
But I didn't realize that my level up inward did not happen. Most of us want breakthroughs, but what you don't understand is that when you break, it hurts. When you break something, it hurts. If you punch the wall, it's going to hurt your fist. You see, before you get a victory, something has to break. And most people are not ready for the break spiritually, because the second it does break you, it will for real break you, and you will never get to your end goal. Wow. I'm so proud of you. If you never heard this before, because how we're living right
I love the wordplay. Like, I am so proud of you, but like, I'm Academy.
now in life, everyone is on the phones. When you're having dinner, you cannot even interact with your kids anymore. There's no face-to-face conversations. And if no one...
Maybe because MLM reps are always advised and in most cases taught that they always have to be on their phone, and every single second that they have, or every single pocket of a little bit of a free time, they have to be on their phone cold messaging people and trying to recruit, so that they neglect their actual like real life relationships.
No one ever told you that they are proud of you. I want to tell you, Millie Mills, want to tell you that I'm proud of you. You know why I want to tell you that? Because you're the only one dealing with that mental battle. And I personally know how it feels to be trapped in the mind. I know how it feels to be trapped with the things that you're seeing right there in front of you. And then your mind is playing tricks on you because you're not walking in authority and you don't know who your creator is. Type of 555 in that chat box. That's the grace number right there. Type of 555 in that chat box. If you...
Whoop. Gone. The training's gone. It's done. We're done, guys. Are we done? No, we're not done. Okay. Grace has left the chat.
And gentlemen, we believe that Millie Mills may have gotten cut off right now. Maybe her laptop died or something. So we're just going to wait about 2 or 3 minutes to see if she can, if she has the possibility to get back on. But so far, wow. I mean, Millie is really talking some heat. If you guys want, for the next couple of seconds, while Millie gets back on, what is one of the most influential things that Millie said? What was one of the biggest takeaways? Could you guys write it down in that chat box? We'll spend the next 2 or 3 minutes to just reflect until Millie gets on. So what are some of the things that Millie just said that you really felt like are personally for you? I think that is a phenomenal concept as we really look and we reflect. So as we see some of the things here. So Mr. Justnick said, God is showing you the storm so you can implement the change. Transformation needed for your growth. Yes, that is big. Latoya said that I am proud of you. You know, that comes from a form of validation. And that is a phenomenal thing. What else? What are other things that Millie said? A lot of you guys are commenting on breakthroughs. I love that. Somebody said childhood past experiences. That is major. Okay, Millie is back in the building. Millie, I had them just simply reflecting on some of the comments and quotes that you said that were impactful for them. So we're glad that you're back on. I'll pass the floor back over to you.
Wow, I think the energy was just so high, guys, that my whole entire system just shut down. Let me see some fire emojis in that chat box. If you ladies and gentlemen are feeling something inside of you that is just shifting. You see, in anything you get in life, get understanding. In anything you get in life, any type of information, any type of storms, any type of experiences, any type of maybe blockage, any type of mentality, always try to get understanding. A lot of people don't understand the word understanding. You see, when you come into the world of renewing your mind, there are two parts. There are two parts in your mind. That is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. When you and then you stand, you are standing on the thought that you're focusing on most of the time. Let me repeat that again. When you are understanding, you are taking a word and you're standing on the word. You got to ask yourself, what word am I most of the time standing on? Because the word that you are standing most of the time is the word that is going to submit in your life, and you're going to begin taking action. Wow, today was next level, wasn't it? Put it in that chat box. Let me see what's going on. The chat box is going on fire. Let's go. All right, awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me actually move this right here. Boom. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for everyone who actually took the time out of their life to be on this call today. You made a decision. Congratulations. You made a decision to renew your life. You got to understand that if you don't make an internal decision, this is not going to work. No matter what you start in life, that stronghold that is in you is always going to make you feel like you got to give up. It's always going to make you feel like you can't do it. It's always going to make you feel like your whole entire family wasn't born for greatness. And when you're operating with the Creator's law,
is she trying to say, like, if you're not rich, you're just mediocre and average? It's so sad to see how much these people actually give to, like, material stuff and money. It's not all about money. I don't know, maybe this is me personally, but, like, I never really strive to, like, be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Not like my money goals and aspirations are not that big. I just want to do a job that I don't absolutely hate.
And words, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. So for that being said, Manny, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to speak on today's Saturday, 25 Days of Giving. And I just want to express to the world that I honor you. And I want to thank you for actually 8-9 years ago, when I was pregnant with Isley, I was living in an apartment and my kitchen was so small. And my husband always trusted you. And he left to work because we needed to do what we needed to do because Isley was going to be born. And one day, as I was cooking, I believe it was the tres golpe. I'm Dominican, guys. As I was cooking tres golpe and you was there, you looked at me and there was something in you. It was this spiritual connection that yet at that time I didn't understand. And because of that, because of your consistency, because of that fire that is in you, and because you believe in this of what we're doing right now. I just want to thank you because you have impacted my life.
I was waiting a little bit to see if the small kitchen is gonna lead to anywhere, but my kitchen was so small and I was cooking in such a small kitchen. Like, look at my kitchen here, it's tiny. It's nice and it's new build, and who cares if it's big? If it's bigger, then there's more stuff to clean. I'm OCD and germaphobe, so I actually prefer living in small places, but clearly a new build helps me feel that it's clean and nice, and knowing that we're the first tenants here. What are we? Oh my god, this is so ridiculous to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't understand materialistic people, but to say that my kitchen was so small and think that people are gonna relate to that is just mind-boggling to me.
In my children's life. So we love you. And ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. Thank you so much. Remember, take this minute, take 60 seconds to just text someone and tell them that you love them. Let's go.
Millie, thank you. Stay with us for just a moment. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. And, you know, like your husband says, who did? God did, right? I just believe things don't happen to us, things happen for us. And it was just all in, the divine alignment, you know, because you have a gift that you is meant to share with the world. And, you know, God has given you a platform so that way you can share that gift because you have the right heart, you have the right mind,
God has not given you Instagram or imacademy where the majority of people don't make any money. A lot of them go into debt. So what are you sharing with the world? What I'm seeing, in my opinion, is that you guys are earning good money based on the majority of people in your downline losing money, going into debt, not making any profit, working for free. People in your downline are working hard, and that's allowing you to live the lives that you do live, and to have big kitchens, because apparently that's very important. So how are you helping anyone other than yourself in this predatory business model?
The right intentions, and you're really looking to just always give to people with getting nothing in return. And I believe that's why God continues to bless you. And that's why.
How is she getting nothing in return if she's in top few percent in imacademy? So she's earning money. She's getting money back in return for this.
Why you're such an amazing person. So I just want to ask you a quick question. We normally do this with each educator after they're done. One, could you let everybody know what times are you on Go Live, both on your trading sessions and then also on your MMX session?
Okay, never mind. This is just her advertising her trainings and stuff and whatever. So we're gonna stop that right there. I've been recording for an hour. So there we have it. More shouting and yelling and more spiritual versus physical and manifestation. So if you're not successful, basically it's your fault because you just didn't manifest it and you're too negative and you're not allowed to feel negative emotions or thoughts, to have negative thoughts. So those are my notes that I made today. Let me know down below the notes that you took and let me know what you learned today. Was this valuable? I'm gonna wrap that one up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. You're a trooper. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you would like to support my channel. As always, big shout out to my channel members. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here, and I will see you all in the next one.